Hi everybody, today I'm sharing page 239 in your student book, and we're looking at the swimming contest, and this is my set of data. It says 16 of the kids who came to the swimming pool fundraiser had a contest to see how many laps they could each swim in 5 minutes. So you can see my data here of all the different laps that they swam. And so I'm going to go down a little bit. I'm going to zoom out on my screen so I can see both the data and my line plot. So if you need to do that, you can do that with your zoom in, zoom out key right here so you can see the data plot and the line plot. So I'm going to look at my line plot. It starts at 4, and I don't see any swimmers that just did 4 laps, but I do see some swimmers that did 4 and an 8. In fact, I just see one. So I'm going to do my drawing tool, and once I do that, it should, there we go. If I just move my mouse a little bit, I can put an X there for 4 and 1/8. Now I look at 4 and 2/8. I don't see any swimmers that did 4 and 2/8, but I see some swimmers that have equivalent fractions to 4 and 2/8. If I reduce 4 and 2/8 to 4 and 1/4, I see that there, and I believe there might be one more right here, 4 and 1/4. So 4 and 2/8 reduces to 4 and 1/4. So I can do 3 X's there. Now let's look at 4 and 3/8. I see one swimmer there, and I think that's it for 4 and 2/8. 4 and 4/8, 4 and 5/8, I don't see anybody in that range. But what about 4 and 6/8? And I know that 2 can go into 6 3 times, and I know 2 can go into 8 4 times. So 4 and 6/8 would be the same as 4 and 3/4. So I can plot that one. And then I have 4 and 7/8. Now 4 and 7/8, let's see if we can find one of those. It does come right here. There's Rachel who did 4 and 7/8, so I'm going to plot her. 5, it looks like 2 swimmers, Kelly and Ryan, both did 5 laps. And 5 and an 8, it looks like Robert did 5 and an 8, so I'm going to plot him. 5 and 2/8 can be reduced to 5 and 1/4. So I see that Jason did that. And let's see if there's any other for 5 and 2/8, just one. And then 5 and 3/8, I see that there's one right here. And then 5 and 4/8 can actually be reduced to 5.5. So I have 1, 2, and I believe 5 and 4/8, if that's it for that one, if I look carefully. 5 and 5/8, no swimmers did that. 5 and 6/8 can be reduced to 5 and 3/4. So I see a swimmer that's right there. And then I have 5 and 7/8, which looks like there is 5 and 7/8 right there. Okay. So let me see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 16 swimmers. Let me see if I have 16 X's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So all my data is represented on this line plot. So now I have some questions that I'm going to use the line plot for. How many students swam 5 and an 8 laps or more? So I would count 5 and an 8. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 students that did that. How many students swam fewer than 5 laps? So I can't count 5. I count the numbers before 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as well. What is the mode of this data? So I'm looking at which numbers had the most X's. So I would say 4 and 2/8 has the most, or that also equals 4 and 1/4 when I reduce it. Then it says find the range of the data, the difference between the fewest and the most laps. So you would do 4 and 1/8. So you'd actually take the most laps, which is 5 and 7/8. Okay. And you subtract that by 4 and 1/8. Okay. So that would equal that would equal 1 and 6/8, which also equals 1 and 3/4 when you reduce that. Okay, so when we haven't talked much about range this week, but for range, you take the number that's the greatest, which is 5 and 7/8, and you subtract it by the number that's the least in your data set, and that gets you the range. Okay, so that's for page 239. I want to go to another page here, which is the page you're going to be doing today for your assignment. It's the present purchase. And so you're going to be doing 2 and 3 of this assignment, but I'm going to do 1 for you, and I'm also going to keep the annotations there so you can see how to show your work. So Joanna and 7 friends wanted to buy a hardcover book for their teacher from the latest book order. If the book cost $12, how much would each of the 8 friends need to give in order to buy the present? So what I'm thinking is if there are 8 friends and it's $12, I know for sure that each friend is going to give $1. Okay. So when they do that, 8 times $1 equals $8. Okay. So now I have $4 left over. So I'm going to go 12 minus 8, and that equals $4. So I have to split this $4 by 8 of the friends. Okay, so I know if I give out, I've split this $4 by 8 friends. So I know that 4 is half of 8. So each friend is going to have to give a half a dollar more, which is 50 cents. So I have 8 times $1. So I will do that first. 8 times $1 plus 8 times 50 cents, or 0.50, equals $8 plus $4, which equals $12. So how much would each of the 8 friends need to give in order to buy the present? They would need to give $1.50 for their present. Okay, so if you kind of box your answer or write it out so I know what your answer is, that would be great. You're going to be doing problems 2 and 3 of this page, and I will leave my annotations on here so you can see how I showed my work, and I'll make it a little bit clearer for you. Okay, so you're going to be doing this page today. It says page 1 of 2, but you're only going to be doing this page, problems 2 and 3.